What was your assessment of the line play? You know, we saw the first half, we saw improvement in the second. What did you think?
Yeah, it was. We didn't have the ball much in the first half. It was obviously we didn't do well enough. They blitzed us. They gave some tough things. I'll give them that. We just didn't do well enough picking it up, and so we need to improve with that. And it just was kind of a weird game. The first half went by so quick. My impression was going to be we're getting a bunch of snaps. Rotating guys in and out, keeping fresh, and nobody was really that tired. I was surprised. So I think that was good that they were in good shape, but it was bad that we weren't getting the ball enough. So, obviously there's a lot to learn from, a lot to get better with, and that's what we're planning on doing this week.
Matt talked about Broker playing more, I guess, when he talked to us yesterday. Do you envision him playing a lot, or is he kind of fitting in some? Or
Yeah, he's going to get some snaps this week, no question. And depending on how he plays and how Mike plays and how everybody else is playing, that depends on how many snaps he'll get. It's hard to make any real predictions as to the number of snaps, but he will be in there the first half. And if he's playing well, he'll get more snaps. So I think he's ready to go. There's no question about it. And I'm excited to watch him play on Saturday.
How do you switch out reps in practice knowing that you might have to play them more?
Well, basically, we have different combinations of guys, he'll take some of the first team reps. We might put Bryce at right guard sometimes when we play Bennett center, and then we could throw Nick in there. So we have a bunch of different combinations of guys. Ben plays center and guard, Bryce plays guard and tackle. Usually Mike and Nick will rotate in at left tackle. So there's really 7 guys that we're working with Alex, and we're waiting for an 8th guy to come up. But until they do, we're going to find the best combination of those 7 guys and play them.
Do you feel like you're set with your starters in their positions, or would they shuffle a little bit?
Like I said, I think it's we've got those 7 guys, and it's still remaining to be determined. Those guys are the ones going to be playing as of right now. We hope we get an 8th and 9th guy to come through, but we're not going to play someone unless we totally trust them. And so, right now we're still in the process of finding out, hey, where's the best combination of those guys? Who's playing where, and it's amazing. You practice as much as you do, but nothing's like the game. The game intensity and the game speed is much different than practice. And that was kind of our problem in the first game, I believe. We were practicing some of those things, but it wasn't the same intensity and speed, and when we got in there. And if you haven't been out there very much, I think in Alex's case a little bit, he was coming back from that injury, so he actually played a lot of snaps and did a lot of great things, but he still wasn't 100%, like he could have been. So I think it was a good learning experience for the guys that haven't played much. I think it was a good game for Alex to, start to get back into it. So hopefully we'll have a much better outing this weekend.
what have you seen from Arkansas? What kind of problems do they present?
Yeah, well, they're a very good defensive football team. They have a great scheme. They give you multiple fronts. They give you, they'll play odd and what we call under and over wide and 4 down. And so they present you a lot of scheme issues. And I think that, they have good personnel. They've got guys that have played some football and can run around. And so it'll be a big challenge, but that's what it's all about in this league, and we're excited about meeting it.
Who are your best candidates to be the 8th guy in the rotation?
Well, you got Chandler Tuitt, who's out there, Jalen Cunningham, if he would come through. Those 2 guys at guard just come to mind right now as guys, because we could use a guard to come through. And if they can just continue to improve, then, we'd be in good shape there. But, they've got to be able to prove that they're – and it's not that they're not good players. They are good players, but they got to be the best, and they got to be one of the 7 best. And right now we feel like they haven't beaten those other guys out.
You guys ran the ball with more success in the second half from your vantage point. Did you attribute that to anything in particular?
Yeah, I think it's just part of it was maybe just adjusting to the speed of the game a little bit. We did a couple scheme things a little bit differently. I think part of it was okay, we figured out what they were doing to us and made some adjustments to that halftime and in the second half, and that's probably the biggest thing. But you know, it was I think more than anything, it was just, hey, this is the speed of the game. You know, we know what they're doing now. Let's do this, and it ended up working pretty well.